Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mr. Teacups, and welcome back to Oxford United challenging for the Premier League. So last episode we had some alright results, we had another rainbow. I want to try and turn that around. I need to at least get 2 wins every single episode if I want to challenge for the top of this league. But at the moment, it's so tight up the top. A couple points here and there will just shoot you up the table. I think we're only like 7 points off the top right now. It might even be less than that. So if we get some good results this episode, we could be flying up the table. But at the end of the last episode, I said there's going to be some changes this episode and what I'm going to do with this series. I've decided what I'm going to do with the money I got from the big financial takeover. So I kind of said it before, I kind of wanted to bring some youth into the team. I don't want to go out there and just buy the league, do a Chelsea, do a Man City. I don't want to just, go into the winter window and just buy every single player out there all for the next coming seasons. So what I'm going to do is this. In the winter window, I can buy up to 3 players. And most of those players are going to be pretty young players that I can get for a couple mil that have a really high potential. I'm going to buy them, but for now they're going to be the only players I can buy because I'm putting the rest of the investment in to my youth team. So what I've done is I've spent actually a couple of million. I think it's like 50 million so far. I've sent out scouts, 5-star scouts with 5-star experience, 5-star judgment to all over the world to try and get me some players. I thought it'd be kind of cool to get a lot of youth players coming through for the team, and it might spice things up instead of just buying the same old players in career mode. So that's what I'm going to do for now. And you never know who you're going to get because you might get some amazing players or you might not, because I've had on other career modes 5-star judgment, 5-star experience scouts go out there and get me absolutely no one, but sometimes you get some real gems. Like one time on one Spurs career mode, I got a 16-year-old who was 70 something rated when I signed him at 16, which was amazing. He was massive. He was like a constable build, but he had like 80 something pace. He had 5-star weak foot and 5-star skills. He was an absolute monster, and he got to 90 in no time. So I hope we can get some pretty decent players, but that's what I'm going to do with the series for now. So now that's out of the way, it's time to get on with today's games. So first game of the day, we got some beautiful Johnson Paint Trophy action against our rival Swindon Town. And this is how it went. So Swindon Town, they're our rivals. What else can I say? We got to beat them. You always got to beat your rivals. Heated match. We're away as well, so the pressure's on us to perform as well. Well, actually, the pressure's on them to perform at home, but we got to win this to go forward in the cup. And this was a really difficult game. I mean, a really difficult game. It was end-to-end stuff, 50-50% possession. What I've said before, it was a really, really tight game. In League 1 at the moment, I'm finding it so difficult. Well, not finding it difficult. I'm finding it more of a challenge, which is a good thing, but the goals aren't coming. I'm missing so many vital opportunities, and that's the best way I can describe the first half of this game. Not much really happened in the first half, all to play for in the second half. Well, I'm actually getting ahead of myself here because before we start the second half, there was a somewhat difficult decision for the referee to make. So right before half time, Neil's in on goal. He's absolutely beat his defenders. He's trying to take a shot. He's getting tackled from behind. Then the keeper comes out, completely mullers him for the ball. Doesn't even get any hand on the ball at all. And I was like, you know what? I've got to see an instant replay of this because I did not get a penalty for this. So I'm just thinking, do you think this is a penalty? Because I'm thinking this is a penalty. The keeper gets none of the ball. And I don't know how Neil does this. Even though Neil's going down, he somehow manages to take the ball around him again. He's got full control over the ball and he's going down. The keeper completely wipes him out and there's no penalty awarded. In my personal opinion, that should be a penalty, but it wasn't given. So yeah, now it's time for the second half. So the second half started off well. We started putting more pressure on the ball. I was like, you know what, we can win this game. And we did make a breakthrough. 61st minute, there is a beautiful ball from Tyrone all the way up to Danny Rose. He takes a beautiful touch and slots it home. Beautiful play from the lads there. In the rain as well, I thought their touches would have been horrible, but credit to them, they did well. It's 1-0. So after that goal went in, it came more of an even affair again. We were pretty much dominating up until that goal went in on the second half, but we just really didn't have much of a flair after that goal went in. It was like the players were like, you know what, we can sit back and defend for this victory. We're not going to let them have any of the ball. After that goal went in, we did become more defensively orientated. I did make a load of last-ditch tackles. They did get in on goal quite a few times, but I think we're going to end the game here because guess what? We won. We beat our rivals. We go forward in the Johnson Paint Trophy. A bit of a difficult victory, I might add. That was a very difficult game. I was surprised we did get the goal in the end. I thought that was going to go to extra time and penalties. We got the win. I'll take it. On to the next game. So lately, we've had a load of cup games. We've had a load of Johnson Paint Trophy action. I just want to get back to the league because we really need to focus on the league right now and get ourselves up the table. And finally, we do have a league game, Oxford United at home to Yeovil Town. Before we actually start the game, something quite interesting. My goalkeeper has finally gone up to 70 rated, so we've got officially our first 70 rated player for the team, which is kind of cool. He is a semi-rated goalkeeper right now, but he's still not the best. He still makes a lot of mistakes now and then. but we got a semi-ready player. Thought that was kind of cool. Time for the game. So this game started off very brightly because I'm not going to have much time to commentate this because we score really early on. In the 5th minute, I think it is. Danny Rose gets the ball. He shoots for goal. Neil absolutely steals it, right? This ball's a P-roller, but it's going in. It's going in for Danny Rose's goal. But Neil's like, nah, I'm getting myself a goal. Shoots from 1 yard out, goes in the back of the net. It's 1-0 already on the 4th minute, which is quite surprising. We absolutely just bum rate the defence so early on, but you know what? I'll take it. So that goal early on was a godsend because this game became really frustrating afterwards. Yeovil, I don't know how to describe them. They weren't the best attacking team, but the defence was just so good this game. I think they was playing 4 at the back. I just could not get past them after that goal. I just could not get past them. They were just, I don't know. I'd run in the box and suddenly there'd be 3 man on me. I'd be like, what the hell is going on here? And my passes were so poor. Like this game, my passes were just absolutely disabled. And also the touches as well. Like in some situations, like please don't take a bad touch. Please don't take a bad touch. And they were just taking so many bad touches. It really was affecting my game. And it created a really slow game that up until halftime, it was 1-0. The game is definitely all to play for in the second half. So the second half we started off well. We were applying a lot of pressure to the Yeovil for defence, but they were withstanding it, which was really frustrating. But we did get a beautiful breakthrough on the 53rd minute. Rig holds up the ball up front. Danny Rose midfield. Danny Rose makes a darting run. He's just like Usain Bolt, like I'm going to go in on goal right now, boy. Pass me that ball. I'm going to put it home. He gets the ball, puts it home. It's 2-0. To be honest with you, after that goal winning, I was really happy. I was like, you know what? We've got a nice cushion right now. 2-0 is nice. Even if they've scored, we're still winning right now. And to be honest with you, I did get a little bit lazy. I did put like 10 men behind the ball. You know, I wasn't really attacking as often as I would. I was just, just waiting down, timing out. I didn't really feel like we needed to score because honestly, I didn't feel like I could score with their defense right now. I know we put 2 past them, but those were 2 quality goals to get past them. Their defense was on fire today. My laziness did bite me in the ass though, because in the 90th minute, I honestly don't know how this goes in the goal. We should not be conceding goals like this. Edwards literally just walks through my defense. I'm trying to get players on him, but no one's like, you know what, I don't want to tackle him. The keeper comes out. To be honest with you, I thought he should have done a little bit better because the ball goes under him. I thought, you know what, you should be going down to the ground a little bit faster, maybe at least getting a touch on that. But it goes in the back of the net. It's 2-1 in the 90th minute. I'm glad to say there was no amazing comeback from Yeovil. The game ended just after that. I was so happy. I was like, you know what, please don't score. I don't want to draw. I want another victory. And indeed, that is what we got. 2 wins so far. On to the next game. So it's time for the 3rd and final game of the day. Oxford United away to Barnsley. And, well, how do I describe this game? Barnsley, well, in this career mode, they're an ex-championship team. They're a championship team right now. So I was expecting a good team, and that is what I got. This game was even more frustrating than the Yeovil game because the players were of higher quality. Yeah, I've said this before, like last episode when we played a championship team. Like the second I lost the ball, no, not the second I lost the ball. The second Barnsley lost the ball, they were just all over me. Like they were applying 100% pressure to my players, and it was just so frustrating to play this game. And to be honest with you, Barnsley were dominating me. Oh yeah, they were slapping my arse left, right and centre. It was getting really frustrating and I couldn't make a breakthrough at all. I did have a decent highlight on around about the 30th minute. Neil whips in a free kick to the back post. It finds its way to Meters. He puts a solid header on it. Hits the post, so close to going in. Tyrone has a follow-up shot, absolutely fluffs it, goes wide. To be honest with you, that was my only highlight of the first half. This game is definitely all to play for in the second half. So Barnsley's sheer domination continued into the second half. Oh boy, did it continue into the second half. I was under a lot of pressure. Barnsley, well this is the thing, Barnsley were applying a lot of pressure, but they couldn't get through my defence, which was good. Yeah, I made some really good defensive tackles here. Mullins was just all over him. He was just an absolute monster in defence, but it's just whenever they were on the ball, they did look lethal, and up front we just looked dead. Simple as that. We just had no opportunities, except for one. So I took Tyrone off, I think, at half-time because he's just pace. He doesn't really apply anything else to the team. Brought on Constable, the absolute Goliath himself. In the 82nd minute, he proves why he's better than Tyrone. Danny Rose plays a beautiful through ball over the top to Constable. He takes a sublime touch, and because he's sheer strength inside, he just pushes away like 2 defenders to his side. They can't get the ball to him. Keeper comes out. He slots it home. Cool, calm, collected finish. It's 1-0. So at that moment in time, I was like, you know what? We've nicked this. We've got, I was like, you know what? We've nicked this. We was absolutely second best in this game. Barnsley were all over us, and they deserved the victory. But we were winning. I was like, you know what? I've got to see this out. And I was seeing this game out. until the 90th minute. So 90th minute, O'Grady literally just waltzes through my defence. This was embarrassing. Like, somehow he gets the ball around my first defender. I don't know how that goes around. My second defender, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and challenge him. Yeah, standing tackle. I don't want to do a sliding tackle because it's going to be a penalty. He absolutely misses the challenge. He walks past it, slots it in the back of the net. Keeper is nowhere. These fuckers have scored in the 90th minute. You know what happens when you score in the 90th minute? The game usually ends there. And the game did end there. This game ended 1-1. I should be kind of happy we did get a draw out of it against championship opposition, really, even though we are in League 1. But I felt like we should have won that. We should have nicked that right at the end. We should have held out. But to concede in the 90th minute was frustrating. But I'll take it. This episode, 2 wins, 1 draw. Could have been 3 wins. Could have been. I was kind of annoyed. I wish I was recording my audio for that game because I was silent that whole game. Then literally when that goal went in, I was just like, are you fucking serious? But what you're going to do, that's football. So I'm going to leave the episode off here. I've been Mr. Teacups. If you come subscribe. See you next time.